this episode of Frightenhouse. Man preying on his own kind for food, better known as cannibalism, has been considered one of the most depraved and sickening of all human behavior throughout mankind's history. Yet, no matter how gruesome the subject is, when filmmakers have strapped on the cinematic butcher's apron, we were treated to some of the most unforgettable, stomach-turning horror characters in the history of film and TV. Welcome to the top 5 cannibal horrors in film and television. You've just entered the Frightenhouse. Number 5. Motel Hell, 1980. Twisted, possibly inbred siblings, Vincent and Ida Smith, have taken hotel management and sustainable food production to a new low by capturing random travelers, cutting their vocal cords, then burying them neck deep until ready to be harvested for smoked meat. All goes as usual until Vincent finds himself behaving halfway human by becoming infatuated with a potential victim. In the end, trying to mix humanity with barbarism does not work out as planned, and the siblings end up as the hotel's last supply of dead meat. Number 4. The Wrong Turn series, 2003 through 2014. The standard bearer of 21st century cannibalism arrived in 2003's Wrong Turn, the edge-of-your-seat saga of the Oded family, a clan of mutated, incestuous, backwooden humans who give new meaning to the word freak. In every installment, the young, the dumb, the brave, the innocent, and everyone in between sweat and scream their way through the woods and abandoned buildings of West Virginia, only to end up as dinner on the Oded's plate, or so tortured that death might be a more preferred outcome. No matter how many times members of the Odeds are killed off, most turn up again with a growing appetite. Number 3. The Folks at Red Wolf Inn, aka Terror House, 1972. 2 years prior to a more famous Cannibal family disgusting moviegoers everywhere, producer Michael McCready, the man behind the Count Yorga vampire movies, introduced the flesh-eating kinfolk of Red Wolf Inn, breaking gruesome ground with elderly couple Evelyn and Henry Smith, who lure young women to their seaside resort with the promise of an all-expense-paid vacation, treating them to lavish meals of a kind never seen before, until one by one, the women leave early without saying a word, and suspiciously, the phones do not work. When one of the potential victims gets wise, in the worst possible way, she soon learns that everyone, including local law enforcement, just can't get enough of the Red Wolf Inn's chewy, stringy, prime cuts. Number 2. Terminus, The Walking Dead. While the characters of The Walking Dead had their backs against the wall, fighting legions of flesh-eating corpses, arguably, the worst threat came in the form of fellow humans eating humans. Teased as a radio broadcast promising sanctuary, by the time the scattered heroes followed the marked path to a compound called Terminus, they quickly found themselves corralled like cattle and prepared to be slaughtered. Although the heroes escaped, destroying most of the Terminans along the way, the cunning cannibal gang struck a grisly blow by kidnapping survivor Bob Stuckey, amputating the eating part of his calf. No one, and certainly no would-be overlords or foul-mouthed dictators, scarcely match the threat of your living neighbor seeing you as food. Number 1. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. Partially inspired by the crimes of real-life cannibal Ed Gein, director Tobe Hooper's brutally honest exploration of a very real part of the American subculture slammed audiences and the hapless characters into the wall. Frightening, creepy, or upside down cannot begin to describe how a group of early 70s, not too aware, carefree teens were drawn to the center of the Sawyer family's cannibalistic web, being utterly overwhelmed, butchered, and prepped for the meat smoker. From patriarch Drayton to his sons the Hitchhiker and Leatherface, this collection of walking things sold its fiction so well that the cultural stereotype of cannibals from the American South from then on would lean in the direction as assumed fact, forever making people think twice before making trips to the less traveled regions of the country. And along the way, also stealing some of the edge from cinema's reanimated corpse genre. That's all for this episode of Frightenhouse.
Really good, Evelyn.
Thank you, dear.
You know what? I'm gonna get as fat as a pig.
Comment below and let us know if we missed or overlooked any other stomach-turning, savory morsels of cannibalism from film and TV history. Don't forget to like this video, share this episode, and be sure to subscribe to Frightenhouse on YouTube for all updates and new episodes. Thanks for watching.